All right, welcome back. We're gonna get straight into it today. I've already done my warm up to get ready for what we're starting off with, which is going to be the depth jumps, progressing this up to 75 centimeters. Last week, we did sets at 50 on day 1. We did sets at 60 and 75 centimeters on day 2. We're gonna do all of our sets today from 75 centimeters. And then later this week, we'll probably do a couple sets at 75 and a couple sets at 1 meter and progress that as we go over the next couple weeks. So like I said, I've already done my warm up for it. So if this happens to be the first time you're here watching these videos, go back maybe 3 videos and you'll see how I like to warm up specifically for the depth jumps. But like I said, we're just kind of jumping straight into it today, no pun intended. All right, set number 2. All right, that's gonna be set number 2. Oh, that was a bad rep. We're gonna redo that one. Got lazy there. There we go. That was better. Second thing we're doing today is a power complex. We're gonna be doing a high banded box squat followed up with some box jumps. Last week on this movement, I did 6 sets of 2 to 3. I can't remember exactly. And then I followed that up with the same number of repetitions on a box jump. This week, we're gonna do 4 sets of 2 at a slightly heavier load. So last week we were about 185, I think. This week will be somewhere around 200 kilos plus the band tension. The band tension is staying the same. I'm not increasing the bands, but I am increasing the external load on the bar with the plates. So this will be my last warm-up set. What I'm looking for on the box squat is short, explosive range of movement. So that's why I want to be above 90 degrees on this. And then I'm gonna follow that up with a box jump from a standing position. So give yourself enough room so you can get an aggressive arm swing, but 2 reps on the squat, 2 reps on the jump. And then we're gonna do 4 sets total. So I'm gonna load the bar up to about 200 kilos. Then we're gonna knock out 4 sets. All right, barbell is loaded to 200 kilos. Band tension, 2 explosive reps. And then we're gonna follow that up with a couple box jumps. The rest in between the movements, so from the box squat to the jump, about 30 seconds or so, doesn't need to be super long. You wanna maintain that kind of CNS stimulus for the squat and try to carry that over into the box jump. And that's set number 1. All right, so as I'm taking my rest, which rest in between sets on this should be 3 minutes, somewhere close to full rest in between. But as I'm taking my rest, I know we have the 5,000 subscriber goal. We're gonna give away a free program. I do have other programs that I have available, for people who are interested in doing this type of training. So I have the Haas unit program that I did with Will Rattel. I have Unit 2.0, which is also a very good program, so check those out. Both of those programs follow the same principles as what you guys see here on the channel. So Will and I have very similar training methodologies. We follow kind of the same general principles when it comes to training. So I reached out to him. We did a collaboration last year on, he has a program called Haas. I had a program called Unit. So what we did is kind of combined our methodologies together, created one program, and we called it Haas Unit, which is a little bit of Will, a little bit of me put into one program. Sprinting, jumping, lifting heavy, Olympic lifts, all that's in that program. That one is a 9-week program, so you can click the link below, see that program down there. I just launched Unit 2.0 last week, and the programs I previously had available, I had multiple programs, and I thought it got to the point where it felt cluttered. Like I had a program called Phase 1, program called Phase 2, I had a sprint and plyo program, and what I wanted to do was make things easier to navigate for people that came looking for a program. I had a lot of questions coming from people like, where should I start? What should I do first? I want to do this, 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 this. And I realized that having all those programs available was kind of confusing for people. So I took all the programs down and I took bits and pieces of my favorite from each of those programs, put it together into a 16-week program that's called Unit 2.0. That has all your sprinting, all your lifting. It's a longer program because it starts a little bit with developing strength, and then it moves into developing power, and then kind of like a peaking phase of developing speed and explosive movements towards the end. Similar to what you guys see here, that program is available. Click the link below. It's what I do. My full-time gig is coaching people, programming. I make 90% of my income from my online programs. I have a few people that I work with individually. I don't normally promote that too much because the people that I work with, I generally like to work more with people who have very specific needs. So that usually comes in the terms of athletes. I work with some bobsledders. I work with some guys that are in the transfer portal for the NCAA. So college football level athletes. The programs I have available, all designed using the same philosophy of everything that you guys see here on the channel. So if you like what you see and you want to see what that program looks like, Haas Unit, Unit 2.0, click the link below, check it out. But we're gonna get into set number 3. All right, first accessory movement for today. B stance, trap bar, 3 sets of 4 on each side. We got music in the background, so we're gonna see how this microphone works. Hopefully I don't have to mute this and get copyright claims. All right, set number 2. Woo. All right, today's session is over. Towards the end there, a couple people came in, they started playing music. I'm not sure how the music affected the audio. I know I have the microphone, but with music, there's copyright claims. If the trap bar deadlift was muted, it was because the music was in the background, but hopefully it's not there. But just to kind of explain the last little bit for the session, the trap bar deadlift, I did 3 sets of 4 on that B stance. The B stance is kind of unilateral, even though you're still using both legs. The focus is more on that front leg versus the back. You should feel that more in the glute, in the hip versus the quad as you're setting up for that. So just a way to get a little bit of accessory work in, kind of bring the reps down from the previous week. And then I moved on to Nordics, wasn't able to film those, did just a couple sets of 5 on the Nordics using the GHD to kind of end the session. But overall, today's session was a great session. Got done a lot of quality work, depth jumps, power complex, a little bit of accessory work. Not a lot to do in the gym today. That whole session took roughly about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes to get everything done. Today definitely felt easier than the previous week since we are kind of tapering things off a little bit. So 6 sets on most of the exercises last week to 4 sets this week. Next week, we'll probably just do 3 sets on everything and then go into a little taper before we test off the 40, broad jump, power clean, some different things like that. So the rest of this week is a little bit different than previous weeks. Thursday is a holiday in Iceland, so I'm gonna take that as an extra rest day. Tomorrow, I'm gonna be in the gym doing an upper body session. We'll take Thursday off, and then Friday we'll go out to the track and do a little bit of our max velocity work. And then Saturday will be our second lower body day. I'm not sure if I'm going to combine Saturday into an upper and lower. I'm more focused on my lower body sessions right now than I am my upper body sessions. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my entire lower body session, but I'll probably throw the jerks in on Saturday as well, just to maintain that since it's my main upper body movement for my second upper body session. And then I'll probably leave everything else out and pick that up again the next week. So other than that, I appreciate you guys watching the videos. If you got any kind of value out of this, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. On our way to 5,000 subscribers, we'll get you that free sprint program, and I'll see you again tomorrow.